Hey Internet, I'm Little Drummer 3, you guys can call me Laura, and today on Reviews Days Tuesdays we are looking at Just Don't Fall by Josh Sundquist. I recommend this book to anyone who has ever said to themselves any of the following things. Why bother? It's not like it's ever gonna happen. It's not practical. It's so unlikely. It's like a 1 in a million shot. The odds aren't in my favor. It's just a dream. It's not like it's ever gonna come true. If you've ever thought any of those things, you need to read this book because it'll make you forget all of them. I'm serious. It will make you forget that all those thoughts existed. This book will make you realize that anything is possible, so long as there's a chance. Because if there's a chance, then there's hope. And if there's hope, you shouldn't give up. At least, not just yet. So he had a 50-50 chance of surviving his cancer, and he did. And then he wanted to become a Paralympic skier. And when he finally decided to become serious about that, the odds of him actually joining the Paralympic team, 1 in a million. And he did it. He is 1 in a million, and it's gotta make you think that you're 1 in a million. So why can't you be that one in that specific field? There's no reason why you shouldn't. There are gonna be a few moments where you're gonna feel sad, but for some reason, like the serious parts of these books, I was cracking up laughing because he was saying things that to me I found ridiculous and ludicrous, and like, how can you actually like say that? But then I realized that he grew up in an entirely different like setting that I did, which is odd and confusing. And I have lots of questions. I'm also going to state that this book is not boring. I know the books that are actually true tend to drag on about the boring parts of life that people think are interesting but aren't actually really interesting. But this, it makes all the boring stuff sound interesting because you get the interior monologue from his life. He managed to make me think this was being written by a 9-year-old, or at least in the mindset of a 9-year-old. Like, I could totally picture a 9-year-old saying these things. And there are a lot of questions I have about this book, and should I call it a book or should I call it a life? There's a life in these pages. He's shared a part of his life with everyone who has ever read this book, and you really need to read it. I'm not going to tell you the real shocker at the end because I don't want to ruin it for you, because I didn't even know that until I read it and I went, oh my god, I'm so lucky. And it will make you reevaluate your entire life and what you're doing. It's made me want to take YouTube so much more seriously. It's made me want to never give up. You never know when you just might get that chance. It also reminded me that I'm probably not going to get where I want to go without a little bit of help from people who are in my field. But read this book, it's amazing. I know I'm just gushing over it because I think it's amazing and I think you should read it. But have any of you actually read Just Don't Fall? And if you have, let me know what you thought about it downstairs in the comments. Did it change your perspective on life and everything? I am now giving this book to my mum so she can read it, and she'll understand it a hell of a lot more than I did because, well, for once she actually had cancer. So yes. So rating time, I give this 5 out of 5 3 trackers. And if you read the book or have read the book, you will understand that reference. So go read it, go buy it wherever you can find it. You can probably find it online on Amazon. And if you live in Australia, go buy it off Bookworld because it's cheaper at Bookworld. Plus free shipping. So that was my look at Just Don't Fall by Josh Sundquist. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys again on Monday. Bye! Josh, if you do end up watching this, I have a ton of questions that I wasn't comfortable posing in this video because they're a little bit more of a personal nature and it feels like I'd be probing into your life, but please let me know if you'd actually be interested in kind of answering these questions for me in some kind of format. I don't know, but I have a lot of questions and I'd really like to talk to you about your book like in more depth and stuff and things. And okay, let me know in the comments if you see this, if you are interested in answering questions. Okay.